requesting it yourself. There you go. See if you can do that now. All right. Yeah. This is my regular shit. So if you fall out, you can always come back on your own.
We should be good now. Now
All
I'm
right.
good.
In the group, I gotta fix the features and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause,
like I'm good now. If I get booted, it's technical difficulty. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
you can always pop back in whenever you're ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
But in the group, I gotta fix it to where you can do that in the group.
I ain't even trying to share it or none of that shit right
Yeah,
now.
man.
I ain't trying to
Yeah,
get
we do it
booty.
when we finish. You know what I mean? We go out, we wild out
Yeah.
when we finish.
Right. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what it is right there.
You know what I mean? We wild out. We gonna figure it out.
Well, as long as I can share, yeah, we can share it
Yeah,
when
we
we're
gonna
done
figure it
talking.
out,
As
bro.
long as we keep. Last thing I want to do is to get disconnected again.
Yeah. Nah, but
See,
I be knowing what it is, so I know how to wait and see.
your
Like
man,
if we don't connect, we reconnect another
your
way.
man,
You know what I mean?
your man, your man got 4 eyes now.
No
That's
doubt, bro.
right.
No doubt.
That's
We got it. We on our professional shit. You know what I mean?
yeah. That's what happens with age, bro. I can't. I need reading
Yeah.
glasses.
So here we go. We're gonna bust it down right now. So they already know who I am. You know what I mean? So
Right.
while I'm rolling up, give a slight intro to you know what I mean? Who I'm
Oh,
talking
all
to.
right. My name, my circle already know what it is.
Mhm.
My name's Spankdog. You know what I mean? I'm from Bedford-Stuyvesant. I spent the first 8 years of my life over there. That's where me and you met. That's where we were best friends for like the first like 4 years of our lives. I'd say
Yeah,
3 years.
hashtag the Wonder Years.
hmm And then Johnny moved us up to a better neighborhood on some. See if it ain't too late, if they don't get locked up or start selling drugs or whatever.
Like
And
I ain't cutting you off, but like y'all establishment was the community center, damn near. You know what I mean?
right, my pop
It
store
was the
used to
community center.
be
Your shit was the heart of that neighborhood.
yeah, so yeah, to go back even to yeah, I might have jumped ahead too
Everybody from
fast
around there grew up in there, knew about that store.
to go
Everybody had their own reasons. You had
to
comic
go
book,
back to what
candy,
I,
numbers, games,
yeah,
camaraderie. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, they
You
used to
come
go
in
to
there
my
and get
father's store
everything,
to
bro.
play the numbers.
Right.
Yeah, used to go over the video games were there. It was like
My
that.
bad. I ain't mean to cut you off. You know how I get. You know what I mean? My
No,
bad.
nah, hell no, nah, we good. This is crazy. They ain't this. You can't be up if you an uptight person, you can't even be around.
Yeah, no doubt. No
Nah,
doubt.
fuck all that uptight tight shit. You don't
So,
get
so,
mad over
so, so
nothing. You know what I'm saying?
continue, bro, because you know it's like
So
a big gap from our
yeah,
childhood to now. So
right.
while I'm sitting, while you filling them in, I'm learning something too. So spill the beans. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like my pops was an ill nigga. Like he was different, like real different. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people will come through to politic with him and shit, get advice. You know what I'm saying? Borrow money. You know what I'm saying? Just chill in the spot too. He used to fuck with the he used to fuck with the niggas that their names rang bells. You know what I'm saying? He used to be with mobsters, the whole shit, like real shit.
Like
Like
here go here I go again. Like all right.
nah, go
So
ahead, interject,
as
nigga.
a child, I idolized him, but I never saw none of that. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right,
He didn't see uh oh let me be sneaky and no. He did it in front of me. I just didn't know about it. You
right,
know what I
right,
mean?
right.
And
Yeah,
that's what's
yeah.
missing with the OGs today.
Yeah, I had an idea what was going on because
That's
they
your
used to
pops,
talk about
of course, because that's an inside job.
yeah, I mean they used to talk about my godfather. I have a godfather
Yeah,
named Dominic.
yeah.
He's a mobster. You know what
And
I'm saying?
as bad as I was, he wasn't. You know what I mean? endorsing that. He was chill.
You
Take a
know what
couple
it
of courts,
is?
go play some games.
It went together in the late 70s and the early 80s. The numbers went hand in
Right,
hand with the mob,
right, right.
and the streets, you
Yeah,
know, like, but that
as
shit
I'm
goes
older,
all the way back to
now, I know the monopoly of that now, but
that shit.
back
Yeah, that
then,
shit goes all the way back to Bumpy
right,
Siegel. Like, he fought so that the streets could get a piece of the action with the numbers, and
yeah,
then it got integrated. Instead of them popping on each other over the numbers, they
yeah.
worked with each
Everybody
other.
was eating. You know what I mean? Everybody was eating.
Right. Yeah, my father used to fuck with the dudes from
Yeah,
uptown,
yeah,
and they banked the like, if you know you they would pay they would play the 3 digit and the 4 digit.
yeah,
So if it was a big hit, you know, they would come through and hit him with the bread so he could pay it out.
yeah,
You know, but back then it was, you know, they would have, you know, my father could have got in trouble in the early 80s, in
yeah.
the late 70s for what he did.
But
Yeah.
look, it was never no raids. No cops never came to the. You know what I mean?
He got put through the
Yeah,
system.
we ain't know nothing about that.
I,
We ain't know about Johnny
well,
Dirt.
well, to be honest with you, with his run with the numbers,
Yeah,
he only got busted one time while I was alive, and that was way late when it was bullshit. They just did it to catch a collar, and they released him the next day, and he was fucked up. Like, the diabetes had him, you
yeah,
know, beat up
yeah,
at the time. So like you know, we were all on some, like, how the fuck they gonna put John through the system when he's fucked up from the diabetes
yeah.
and is on some like fucking like misdemeanor type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, but big 21 gun salute to your father every day, all day, for the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
man. He loved you.
it's gonna be others that come on the panel and it's gonna speak highly of him like I
He
do.
loved you. He loved Ralph. He loved the
No
block. He loved
doubt.
all the youngins that came up. He got an army
Yeah, it's a whole lot of
of
us, man. It's a whole lot of us. A whole lot of us.
shit. Yeah, Dougie Doug. I remember
They not even
Quinn was like, "Yo,
they not even from the block, but they from around the way and they come to the game room.
yeah, listen, Biz Markie
Right,
used to be over
right,
there.
my nigga.
Motherfucking Sadat be over
Yeah,
there recently, and I don't know about now, but a couple of years ago, Stat used to be over there.
yeah.
But look, check it out. Fucking what I was gonna say. Who else used to be over there? Oh, do you know Dougie Doug,
Of course, we
the
grew up with him.
comedian? Yeah, from Brook. From
Around the
what's the name
corner.
of that shit? Was it Hanging with the
It
Homeboys?
was no from the Cosby Show. Motherfucking Cool Runnings and all that.
Right,
Son of
exactly.
Mad
But he's not.
shit.
Ain't he in Hanging with the
Yeah,
Homeboys?
his son of Mad shit. We grew up with him.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one where they go hang out in Manhattan for the
Yeah, we
night.
grew up with him.
Yeah,
He came back to the Bronx
that's
with
it.
cigars from Bill
Yes,
Cosby.
yeah, he used to be on the block.
Hell
He used
yeah.
to be in the store.
Hell yeah. He
Oh,
just older than
yeah,
us.
this Master Killer from I'm not Master Killer, Killer Priest from Sons of Man used to be in the
Yeah,
store.
my son know him.
Yeah, cause he lived right there on Patchen.
Yeah, my son, my son knows him.
Yeah,
Cause
I think he's
he
I think
cool
he's
with
from
my son.
Patchen.
My son went to at school and Killer Priest
Yo,
was cool with the math teacher.
yo, Al, he was talking to me, right? So I'm looking at him. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm like, am I bugging out? I said, or am I talking to Killer
Mhm.
Priest
Yeah, he
from
cool.
Sons of
He
Man?
mad cool.
Whatever.
He
Huh?
ain't play Hollywood or nothing.
No, he's mad cool,
Yeah,
mad
he embraced
cool,
my son, then he embraced me. You know what I mean?
mad
He's like, oh, well,
cool.
that's the
Killer
pops.
Priest is mad cool.
Yeah, yeah. You know, that was a good thing. I never had no bad run-ins with a celebrity, no matter what tier they're on, low tier or high
Yeah,
tier.
I've had a taste of I think I'm the shit because I'm famous.
Oh, word? I never got that.
Yeah, it's all right. You know, you don't want to. You know what it is too. in any group, you could just look at it like this. In any group, there's negative and
Yeah.
positive. I've seen the negative also. Put it like that. You know what I
Like
mean?
like
But there's positive.
Johnny knows Buster like hand in hand. You know what I mean? And,
Right, right.
but before me knowing that, people that I knew that met Buster didn't like him. So I'm like, why? So
Right.
I had to learn that. But I'm
It
saying
depends. It depends on the circumstances
right, that's what
too.
I'm saying too. You know what I mean? So I'm like, if Johnny fuck with a nigga like how he fuck with me, them niggas must
Hmm.
be not right.
It don't just depend on the circumstances.
Yeah,
It depends on the individual.
yeah,
If it went to his head, if his fame went to his head, he might act hypos.
yeah. But I don't get that because he with John like niggas. Even one of my other homeboys from Queensbridge try to set it up to where I meet him. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, not everybody's
yeah,
like that. So, there's a lot of people that are considered
yeah,
celebrities or public figures, and there's some. It's the same thing with like a cop. It's a
yeah. But
power trip.
everybody got bad days and good days and shit. They
And
probably put him on a
you know what it
bad day.
is? Can you handle the power trip?
Right, right.
If you're given power, either you could not abuse it, or you could trip off it.
Yeah,
If I was given power like on some cop shit, or I wouldn't abuse it because I've seen what it did. I've seen what it does.
salute Artie. I see you, my G. Yeah, but yeah, that was a quick interjection. Finish, letting them know about the basement click, things like that and things. You know.
Oh man, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it started on Ralph. It was my pops, and then my brother was there longer than me. He started to he hit fifth grade over
Yeah,
there, and we were scrapping a lot, you know what I'm saying? And because my father, he was on some shit, like he was in a gang, and he was out there wilding, like, so like when he cleaned up his act, even though he used to like not tell us to stay clean, he would
yeah,
also tell us defend yourself. If a nigga acts stupid, you let him have it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So we was fighting a lot. Even when we moved up to Ridgewood, we used to get into it with the niggas from Bushwick.
yeah,
Yeah. So like but we also fucked with the niggas from Bushwick. Rest in peace, Plex. Rest in peace, Corey. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a ton of rest in pieces. Forget about it.
yeah,
We ain't gonna go there because forget about it. If I start doing that one,
yeah,
it's shit. You break out the Kleenex. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But um, I fucked with niggas in Bushwick hard body. Even though I had like a few dudes that would act up. For the most part, all the
yeah.
niggas in Bushwick kept it
Know what
official.
I mean? Call that hashtag life. You know what I mean? Life. You
Big
know what I
shout
mean?
out to the Star Street niggas, my
Yeah,
niggas GAO from fucking Star between Irvin and
hold up.
Knickerbocker.
Whatever type of animal you is, you gotta survive in the jungle.
Yeah,
Even
man.
if you're a
Big shout
motherfucking
out to
snail or a
GAO,
butterfly,
man.
you gotta learn how to survive.
Yup, hell yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Fuck that.
hell yeah. But yeah, my niggas from Star Street, those are real niggas, son.
Uh-huh.
My niggas from Star Street. I got niggas over there on Star between Irvin and Knickerbocker.
All right,
And
all right.
they a team of niggas, and they used to fuck with niggas I fuck with, and I hang out with some of their family members, and we became tight. And just to make a long story short, big fucking shout out to Star Street.
All right,
Big shout out to fucking Star Street. Big shout out to GAO going all
all
out.
right,
UBH baby, us
all right.
being homeboys. You already know.
Yeah. All right, that's what's up. Yeah, so I'm feeling this shit that we trying to.
That's not even talking about
Yeah,
Hancock. I used to be on Hancock. That was
yeah.
my
That's what
team.
I'm saying. Like,
Hancock between Irvin and Whitecorp. That was Dead End Boys. That was my clique.
yeah.
That's who I really used to be with all the
That's why
time.
I want to do this shit. Like, you see how we reminiscing and shouting out certain people and things like that. I like to pull them up on here. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
That's what
right.
I'm trying to build. Like, we're gonna build shit like that. See a
Yeah.
nigga that you ain't see for like 30 years. You know, shit like that is good for the soul.
Hell yeah, man. Shit. Fucking time flies, bro. You ain't no future in front, and you fucking, you blink and it's 10 years pass by. You over here fucking thinking you got time. That's the last thing you got. You gotta hurry up and get busy.
Yeah.
It's not easy to be motivated, but just to be honest, like if you don't get up and go every day, that you don't do that, a day passes by that you wasted it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know about that because
That's what I'm saying to myself as you saying that. Like you learn about precious time in certain predicaments, certain experiences. You know what I mean?
I can't
Like
stand missing
if you're a
days,
spoiled brat,
yo.
you ain't gonna know about how they appreciate or take your time doing things. You know what I mean?
Right.
But a nigga that can't take his time and is not spoiled, he out there grinding since he was like fucking 6 years old, selling cans and cakes and candy, all type. You know what I mean? So by the time he's 20, he already business mind orientated. Like even if it's streetwise, he know how to hustle. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Yeah, man. The niggas from Ralph are hustlers, boy. Crazy.
Yeah.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't, like I said, we keep it tight-lipped, man. You don't want to talk too much,
But you
period.
know
That's
what you know what's funny? It wasn't taught to us.
right.
That was like the cloth over that whole neighborhood.
Right.
Because if you get at one of us from back then, right now, they doing something. You know what I mean?
Right. I had, to be honest with you, I had left Ralph by that time, but Johnny still had the store over there. So I
Yeah.
used to go back and forth still a little bit, and I seen when things took off over there a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I wasn't involved, you know what I'm saying? I was doing shit in Bushwick and Ridgewood.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had, when you move to a different neighborhood, it's not like you end up becoming a part of the new block.
Yeah.
That's what usually happens.
Yeah. At the when first you go there, you're an alien. You have to morph into a human. You know what I mean?
That don't mean you lose love from the old block, you
Nah,
know what
not
I
at all.
mean?
Salute my G.
You.
All right. All right.
Peace.
Yo, what's up? How you doing?
I'm
Yeah.
good, brother. Nah, continue, man. I was just
Yeah.
barbecuing, trying to get this grill and all that. I just
You're
opened up.
ready. You're ready.
Check it
You're
out. I
ready.
said, "Oh, you live? All right, let me see what's good."
Hold it up. Filthy Fridays. You know what I mean? Fuck that.
Yeah,
As long as the good vibe is in the air, we all out. You know what I mean?
barbecue sounds groovy right now.
Right. You know what I mean? Still good Fridays and
Yo,
shit. Fuck with me
it
out,
was
son.
like 80 today out here.
Look in his
I'm
own
at work,
shit. You
like,
know what I
yo,
mean?
when I get home.
In his own crib. He ain't at BJ's or nothing.
Nah, I don't need
Fuck
that.
that. He had his own shit. Look, chilling.
Yeah, man.
Chilling.
Yeah, I'm about to get it started now. Oh, hold on. Let me.
I ain't even mad, nigga. I ain't mad at none of that. You know what I mean?
Nah, yeah, that's dope, man. I need
Hell yeah.
space. When you live in
Hell yeah.
fucking New York City, bro, you feel cramped.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's why I had to kind of leave, man. I was like, I want me some space. You know what I'm saying?
Space.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful, man. You got your family, like that's different. You're not just living out there. You got a family.
Right.
You know, that's a whole different, like, all right, like me. I'm grown and shit, but still because of my predicament, I don't generally uh take care of myself 100%. Like my
Right.
niggas look out for me. You know what I
Right.
mean? You looking out for you and your family. You know what I mean? No days off.
Right.
No day. Both of y'all niggas. No days off.
Yeah, man.
You know that's very different from a nigga that's just because y'all can't bounce around. You bounce, you got
Right.
a big bag with you behind you.
Right, right.
With
Yeah,
the
yeah,
family.
yeah. You got to move the whole
Call
family.
call
Everybody got
family,
to
you know
go
what I
and get
mean?
acclimated.
The F
Yeah,
word.
Hmm.
Niggas got the
yeah.
F word, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
I
I,
kind of went through it with
I
my oldest daughter. Like she had to do most of the transitioning. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? She was old enough to
I
experience
got
it. My younger ones
a
weren't.
few of my niggas that's, you know, family men, you know, fathers and shit. And I salute them. I salute y'all niggas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Al. That's what's up.
You know that's needed. Like niggas need to make that become cool. Give your man flowers.
Man.
Niggas like flowers. You know what I mean?
Hell
To the
yeah, like
buds.
Niggas, know what I mean? Niggas like flowers. Fuck that.
hell yeah. Especially
Tell
OG
your man he's
Kush.
doing good.
Hmm.
Instead of always like, nah, chill, son. Chill, son, chill. No. What about congratulating?
That's
Like, yo,
right.
where is son? Wow. Word. That's good, my nigga. I'm proud for you.
Shit,
Yeah,
appreciate it, man.
And
both genders get
you
busy,
keep that
you know what I'm
aura
saying?
amongst your peers. That's how
That's
everybody
right.
gets good karma.
They be forgetting about the man
Yeah,
sometimes.
man. Fuck that,
Tell me
man.
about it.
Salute your
So,
niggas, man.
Yeah,
we
you
be
know,
out
so
here,
yeah,
we be out here doing it. We be representing, but don't get no representation. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's
because
the
it ain't trendy. It ain't trendy. That's why.
right.
uh,
You
when
you
somebody
got.
does that,
What about the niggas that's like y'all, but the kids not even theirs.
right,
2 or
Salute
3
to
right.
kids.
them
You know what I
too.
mean?
Yeah,
And he the
it
perfect
takes.
dad.
Yeah, you gotta have love in your heart because you gotta build them up.
He got 2 of his own plus Shorty 3, and
Mm,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Doing it.
yeah. That's
nah,
what's
that's
up,
that's what's
man. That's
up,
real
man.
niggas. That's real
You
shit.
know that's beautiful, man. I salute shit like that.
It takes a level. I think it takes a level of looking at it like, you know what I'm saying? You're doing it for the future. You know what I'm saying? You want to, if you step into that role, you trying to raise something productive because it's going to be stressful anyway. But kids don't
Yeah,
know nothing but what you show them. You know what I'm saying? They don't
right.
know nothing. All they need to feel is love and, you know what I'm saying, support, listening, and all of that stuff. And kids will be great.
Right,
If
right.
adults is talking, y'all go play somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in this mix. We talking about
They
y'all and
don't do
what we
that no
gonna do
more. They
about
don't do
y'all.
that no more.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my mother always telling me that shit.
Yeah, yeah. Little kids, they're not supposed to hear certain shit.
Where we was at, Spank? Playing Moon Patrol, Rygar,
Yeah, if
motherfucking Mario
if they
Brothers.
talking big people, adult shit, hell yeah.
Niggas had their own business. That's what I was
Mm,
just
There you
telling
go.
you earlier.
He said
I
Moon Patrol.
never saw your father dead. Never. He
Yeah,
never
Moon Patrol is my
disrespected the
shit.
youth like that. Never.
No, hell no.
That's
Hell
why.
no.
mm-hmm.
That's why it was perfectly okay. Like 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 I said, it was the community center. Parents could come
Yeah,
there and find their kids get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
No
yeah,
worries.
yeah.
niggas
They don't have them
niggas would,
facilities like that.
no,
Nah,
yo,
that
listen.
wasn't even that. That was just his spot. But that's what
My
Oh,
it
father,
became.
listen, my father, right? Because listen, back then, if you had like my pops had a store, right? And
mm-hmm.
he had on candy and shit, and he had video games.
Come on,
Back
man.
in
I would
the
have been up in there. Yeah,
yeah,
I
the
back
lived,
in the
mix. What
early
they
I
used
lived
'80s.
there.
to.
I was
Uh-huh.
Roscoe
Back,
in there.
yeah, I'm
Mm.
telling you, I used to have to get on a crate to play
Yes,
Asteroid.
nigga, talk
Uh-huh.
about it, nigga.
Yeah,
Spank.
that's
When you
what's
say,
up. That's what's up.
listen. When you say you had to get on the crate, do you remember who was standing on the crate with you? All right then.
Yeah.
All right
Yeah, me and Al used to
then.
run
You know what I mean?
around.
Move over, nigga.
Me and Al used to run around the block like it was like some stand by me shit.
Yeah, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Like
The Wonder
we
Years,
would go
nigga.
to different stores. They give us quarters and
The
shit.
Wonder
Mm-hmm.
Years,
That
nigga.
was the thing. They'd be like, "Yo, go play a video game." That was like,
What?
Yeah.
if,
They'll give you some
What?
change.
yeah. If they gave you like 50
What?
cents, you got
You get
paid
a
to play
dollar,
2 video games.
and you go to the store, get a bag of chips so you can get 3 quarters back.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Go play some track and
What?
field, some Miss Pac-Man.
I take niggas to a board they ain't never been on. Them like, yeah, you keep it. You keep the game.
No.
Go ahead, play.
Yo, Al, look, remember
Yeah,
Rygar, track and
nigga.
field, Megazone,
Spy Hunter,
Right,
Five
God.
Hunter.
Remember,
Kung Fu,
Yeah, Rygar.
Rolling
Right.
Thunder? Remember Rolling
Kung Fu,
Thunder?
Yes, hell yeah. Elevator
all
action.
that, nigga. Good
Action.
talk, nigga.
Spy versus Spy.
Shinobi.
Spy versus Spy. They used to have Miss Pac-Man and Pac-Man were the big ones, but and Mario Brothers.
All that shit, man.
Yeah. Yo, we came at the time, and I think y'all a little bit older than me. You know what I'm saying? We came at the time of the beginning of technology. So, you know, we experienced all those things. I mean, we talking
You
about
had to be
Commodore and,
outside to
you know,
experience that. You know what I
remember,
mean? That's strictly game room shit.
yeah.
It was only a special few with Atari or Coleco.
Nah.
You know what I mean? That was
Yeah.
your cousins that you go spend the weekend at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But other than that, you was on the block on the milk crate.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Be outside. Yeah. If you didn't have that technology and your
Yeah,
friends
you go in
didn't
the
have
house
it, you'd
smelling
be
like
outside.
outside.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Remember that shit? Go in
Yeah.
the house, you smell like outside.
Some of the Atari games were fucking horrible, but some of them were all right.
Yeah.
Like I remember Missile Command, Asteroids was all right.
Look what was big in the game room, Centipede and Millipede. That shit was big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gallagher, yeah.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was that was a good time, man.
It was the era, nigga.
It was a good time. I remember
That was the era.
where I was from, it was good because it was a few black owned stores, you know, and the Spanish spot had the arcades and stuff, you know, it was good. It was a lot of pride in the community back then.
Because
You know what I'm
it was
saying?
still neighborhoodish. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, they moved
Like
everybody
your
around.
could give
Everybody
me a
switched
beating
up.
and bring me home, and I get the real beating. You know what I mean?
Because you embarrassing your parents. You get caught out there.
Right. No telephone. Miss Gladys gonna bring you home with that message.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't
the
lie
end
Miss
of the
Gladys.
the end of the video games was like Metal Slug and Street Fighter. After that, it was consoles. You know, the last games you seen were like the Street Fighters and like I said, Metal Slug, and then after that, you know, only in the
You talking
movie
about Street Fighter 1. You talking
Beast
about
came
Street
out,
Fighter
Ultimate
1.
Beast.
Yeah.
I mean, even the later ones,
Yeah.
you know, they were all made for like the movie theaters and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a power up.
Now niggas play Call of Duty and Destiny and fucking Gears of War and all that stuff.
Yo, I used to be a kid and I used to think like it's gonna become a time when everything looks so real. I used to think that as a kid. I said it's got to get better than this because you seen it came from little dots and stuff.
Look, we loved every bit of graphic, nigga. We loved it, nigga.
8 megabyte games.
We still were using our imagination to make it look real.
You remember Double Dribble?
Yeah.
Now look at basketball games now.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, everything evolved. It's all real now. Now it's realistic. Like it looks.
From Double Dribble, we have Bulls versus Lakers.
NBA
Celtics
Jam.
You know what I mean? All that
shit. You know, they started getting better and better with time. You know what I'm saying? The technology was crazy. I used to, and I don't think they didn't invent this yet because it's probably too expensive or they don't want it in certain communities. But when I was a kid and we used to sit at that metal desk that was one piece, I used to think that could be a tablet one day. Now they have tablets and shit like that.
Hear me?
If our kids had their programs on their, say that again.
Nah, he's trying to he have a technical difficulty.
You guys can still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you froze.
All right, but as long as I can hear you guys, that's all that matters.
All right. So all right.
Yeah, I used to think like, you know, why it's like now I know why being an adult. If they had tablets in all of the schools, you know what I'm saying, right on the desk, you know, it's on the
Yeah,
desk,
that's
touch
gonna
screen,
be
all of that.
mandatory.
Yeah, they could be way more educated, a computer educating them
Well,
as
I think
opposed
they
to a
out there
human.
like that in like Taiwan and all that. Like them little kids is
Yeah,
they
India,
yeah,
China.
they tablets is mandatory.
Hmm.
They little
Yeah,
laptops with the notebooks
they
and all
came
that.
out with all sorts of crazy stuff like the I mean, think
And they
about
got
it.
it
They
first.
came out with
They got it
the
first. Yeah, they did
nanotechnology, then
it first.
Hmm.
the nanotechnology, then all of a sudden they could fit 1,000 gigabytes. Now it's a terabyte, and
Yeah.
Hmm. It's all I believe it's all ancient science. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, they
They
released it
had
slow
the
to maximize profit.
They
hmm
got shit that we don't even know about. That's not even in the market yet that they got that they use.
they had this, I believe, and this may sound far-fetched, but I believe they, you know, found cultures of people that they can tap into their ancestry and they know the abilities of how to do things.
Do
You know
you
what I'm
remember
saying?
that what I told you the other day when I told you I was like, yo, I need to let you see some shit,
Hmm.
and it's it's levels of people. It's
Oh
still
yeah, they
yeah,
spying
but
UFOs now and shit.
that's made up, Spank. The real shit is still
It's in facilities.
tribes and cultures and shit undiscovered because they can't go there.
Right.
Yeah,
They can't go
yeah.
there.
I would say. Listen, if there's 1,000 videos, right,
Yeah,
you'd be lucky if one was real.
right.
That's only because
You gotta
we're
look
in
through the
that
thousand
time. Yeah,
and
we're in that
and
time now. Go ahead, go ahead.
you take
I don't sleep on there being aliens. I don't
no
sleep on that shit.
no. But what I'm saying is they're not coming from above, nigga. They're already here. They're
Right.
Right.
I
already
can
here.
agree.
They can't go down there. You know, it's parts of the water and earth undiscovered. They still just because it's undiscovered.
There's water underwater.
Right there, you go. That's what I was going to say.
Hmm.
That's what I was about to tell you.
Right.
That's
You know what I'm
what I was
saying?
about to say. They
And
got
there's
rivers
people,
and shit down there.
you know,
Rivers and
it's
Oh
a lot
streams
of
yeah.
and
things
shit.
that we were cut off from. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we don't
And
belong down there.
people are sourcing energy from their ancestors.
Yes, they are.
They're
All of that is
not
very,
crazy.
very
They're not
spiritual.
crazy. They're
Very
not crazy at
spiritual.
all. You know what I'm saying? They're not
They
crazy at all.
just
I
don't know how
grew
to
up,
handle it. They
look.
don't know how to handle it.
Come,
That's
you
all.
know, we grew up when, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers weren't crazy, but they were saying conspiracy theories. Where did they end up? In padded rooms. You know what I'm saying? They ended up in padded rooms. There was people with clairvoyancy. They ended up in padded rooms, but they still had the ability. They just stopped talking. And what
You know,
happened? They
when
survived.
I
They
take that
survived.
the title conspiracy theory, the definition to me for that is nah, chill, I ain't lying, chill, son. Like that.
Wait, hold
It
on.
ain't strong. Like conspiracy theory means I'm on your ass, nigga. I just can't pinpoint it.
I think it's a counter to a conspiracy.
Yeah, to try
A
to deflect
theory is
you,
just a thought.
because like you, oh shit, that nigga got me. Let me switch it
Hmm.
up.
That's why most people get labeled crazy.
Right,
There's so much craziness going on. These people are
right,
snitching. They snitching heavy now.
right.
But once it starts getting too much traction, they got to pull you away.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I mean, I can speak the truth, and we can talk about this stuff all day,
Right.
and it'll be cool. Let us start getting 100,000 followers, 500,000
I
followers, a
be knowing
million
it.
followers. You know what I'm saying?
I be knowing it. This like my eighth profile, but not always from speaking truths, from bullshitting too. But they was looking at me.
Put your pussy lips on the live for $1,000. Good, wilding out on that joint. They like,
Word up,
yo, you gotta take it easy.
word up. I was a bad boy.
You know, we only live once. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The thing
yeah.
is, it's like they're controlling our narrative to be who we want to be. If
Yeah.
we could eliminate our own problems and weed out our own problems ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Just like other communities, but we're not allowed. And
But you
then
know
when
what it
you
is?
don't have the ability to do that, how strong can you feel as a person? You got to
Man, look,
sneak
they can make you look
to
like you the
destroy your
strongest
enemy.
motherfucker, right? But
Tolerance.
then on the low, it's because you're compromised.
Mm-hmm.
So as we thinking you giving us 100, you only giving us 45 because you compromised.
Right.
You just know how to talk that shit real good.
We need you to be a worker, not a thinker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'll be watching that. I'll be watching those channels where the dudes stick up for their amendments, for the Constitution and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
fuck with that.
there's a dude named Here's the Deal, and you know, he said
But
the
them
name
niggas,
of his channel is called
they
Here's the
be
Deal
poking,
because
they
the
be poking the
cops.
bear. Them niggas be poking the bear.
Oh, he's the
But
best.
they absolutely have the jurisdiction and the
Yeah.
confidence to speak on
Right,
that.
right. They
You know
poking
what
the
I'm saying?
bear. The bear don't
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
I fucking love this guy so much. Oh, he
You know
be
who's ill
shitting.
too?
They don't
You know
like
who's ill
that
too?
shit, boy.
Grand Sheik Tariq Bey.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He explains those things too from that level. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, being compromised, like you said,
Right.
and the fact that we don't know the laws, we don't
Yeah.
understand that we held prisoner of war because of lack of knowledge.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And
Yo, if you don't know the Constitution, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Not really.
right.
Not really.
Well, I'm listen. That's coming from a guy who don't know the Constitution.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's why
I'm
I
ashamed
said
of
not really.
myself. I want to learn that shit.
And look how old we are, Spank.
Yeah,
You feel me?
but I'm just saying, like, big facts right now. Like what I just said makes me feel like after we get off of this shit, I need to read the Constitution.
And
You
that's
know what I'm
what we
saying?
call self-inspiration, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
It
Fuck
should
that. I
motivate.
don't want
Yeah.
to get rolled up on them boys, and they
Any conversation we have should make you go do some research.
right.
See,
Hell yeah.
that's the thing about knowing and observing the law and the Constitution
Yeah.
and man's law and God's law. Even if it's in its interpretation, you can be factual, you can be truthful. You still
Yeah.
gonna go through the process
Right.
because that's persecution. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want you to be persecuted. Oh, this broke motherfucker, you ain't got no money to fight for nothing. If you say something, we're gonna send BlackRock at you.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
It's very intimidating. That's why
He says
people that stand on facts is willing to die for it. You know
he
what I'm
says
saying?
yeah. He says he goes, this is law enforcement, not feelings enforcement. I love
Absolutely.
that shit. I love that shit.
The problem is the profile assessment is they choosing people with hot heads.
Right? Yeah. Hell yeah.
You know, a lot of people
Stop
out of
fucking yo.
wars
Stop
that
catching
suffered.
fucking feelings. Do your fucking job.
Mm-hmm. They can't because they're chosen that way. That's like having a manager that don't care about your feelings, only production. The manager is not going to have no feelings towards you. They just following what the higher ups told them to do.
Right. You're saying
And I
like the
don't
high.
That's
excuse
what
it
I
at all.
said.
That's some bitch shit. I don't
They already
excuse it
get
neither.
told.
But
They already get told how far to go because
Right.
they back them up still, regardless, even when they
Right.
wrong.
It's like you're saying like they pick them because they like them like
it's a
that.
Yeah.
profile assessment. They know
Right.
that character, that person has the
That's how you
profile
pick and
to
choose your
carry
soldiers.
out what we want them to
Yeah.
do.
To
Yeah, you pick and choose
carry
your
out
soldiers.
our agenda.
No
You
doubt.
see in New York, like I'm not even up in New York. You know it's getting Asianed out like crazy. Your law enforcement is looking real Asian-y. You know what I'm saying? It looked real Spanishy for a minute. Now it's looking real Asian-y.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when we talking about people that's for us and against us, you know what I'm saying? Look who's arming up. Everybody
The
thinks that
fucking
we ain't
listen.
nothing. You know,
It's
black people been misrepresented.
it's a shit job. They should. Let me tell you something. You need to. I'm gonna tell you something, niggas. They say it's the top like less it's one of the top jobs that it's not one of the top jobs where you get hurt at, rather. They said it's like number 45 where, you know, dangerous or whatever.
Right, because you
So but
shoot first. You shoot
yeah,
first. You armed to the
right.
teeth.
But I'm gonna just tell you something. You know, that's being a cop ain't fucking easy. And I'm gonna tell you this: they pay them fucked up. Maybe them niggas. And I'm not standing up for them. What I'm saying is, if you're gonna give them such a shitty ass job, why don't you give them a little more money? Maybe they'll fucking behave better.
That's
All right.
always
Now,
incentive.
hold on,
They
hold
need
on.
them to go ahead.
Now, do you think teachers should get paid more?
Hell
They
yeah.
should get paid more
All
than
right.
police.
Now, what kind of teachers are you talking about? Because the pay grade will shift their attitude. Because a lot of them do it for the not the money, period. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're
Well, to be
talking
honest
Do it
with
about
for
you,
teachers or police?
I just think the job description that
yeah,
the job description of a cop um deserves a higher salary. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
right.
it's very stressful. Your job is to deal with problems of society.
What about an amulet?
Them too. They're on the list too. Firemen.
Right,
Firemen are the
right,
number one in my
right,
opinion. You
Firemen
are
are the
a
right,
craziest.
brave
Yeah.
motherfucker. You are a brave motherfucker that go
right.
in a building where
Yeah.
it's burning. You know, shout out to all of those people. Rest in peace,
Yeah.
9/11. But
Yo.
Ain't no time to be
that
scared
showed
at all.
absolute
Not
bravery.
even a second.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
man.
saying?
No
Firemen.
time to be
Firemen.
scared.
Listen. If you're a fireman with an attitude, you need to not have one because you're looked at like a hero, bro.
So I gotta go in there and save you and get us out of there.
Hmm. I don't
Not
think
just come in there and
firemen
save you.
they
I
have
gotta get us
attitudes
out of
like
there.
that. You got to have a hero's heart to be a fireman.
Hell yeah,
Now,
man.
you could
That's
be it
different.
can be the same as like military, like you hoping
Yeah,
there's no
them
war.
niggas is
You in a
different though, because
peaceful
it's certain ones.
New York
Right, right.
is different than most places when it comes to fire departments. They may just get
And
a
I'm gonna tell you something too.
one level small house
Firemen,
fire.
firemen, firemen are less selfless than military because I'm gonna be honest with you. Some dudes go in the military to catch bodies.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
believe it. I can believe it.
So
Yeah.
like a fireman,
But see that that's sad
they
in
going in there
itself.
to save lives no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So like,
That's just like
there's no ulterior motive with a fireman is all I'm saying.
right. That's like saying with teachers as well. Like you have to love children to be a teacher.
Hell yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think that's
To
typically
have
that should
patience.
be
You
a
gotta have
female.
patience.
I think
Because
that
they're
should
not your child.
right. Yeah, you got to have definitely patience and you got to love them. Like listen here,
And it's
baby.
more than
I
one.
know you're
It ain't
not
like
being
you
raised right, but
babysitting.
here, get some love here and learn. You know what I'm saying? I don't think men should be teachers. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Well,
think men should be
I can
teachers.
say this, like, all right, boom. He's not the main teacher,
Right.
but he's the teacher that visited the class
Yeah.
with a
Yeah.
subject and then
Hmm.
leaves. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
that.
right. Like an influence, like he could teach.
Like a Mr. Rogers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
He
mean
come
if he's
in,
passionate about it, if he really
teach
truly loves it.
economics. Come in, teach economics. Teach
right,
farming.
right.
Teach something that men will learn, or female and men will learn, but it's from a male spectrum. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and bounce, and then go right back to back because they're gonna remember
Right.
that. It ain't something regularly taught. It's only taught when he come through.
Because it's oversaturated with female teachers. It would be better if
Yeah,
it was balanced, if it was 50-50 male, female. That way there's enough young men that can go to teachers that are male that can get a male perspective. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
With it being overwhelmingly female and overwhelmingly coming from female households, single mother households,
right.
there's no male role models within the school. So the children fall back, you know what I'm saying, based on that. You know what I'm saying? I could go out in the street and be with my boys and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you know, if it was balanced male versus male and female, I think our males would have more acceptance towards learning. Because I knew
yeah,
when I grew up, you know what I'm saying, there was male and female teachers. You know what I'm saying? Social studies was black, language arts was a black female. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like it was balanced where I grew up. You know, and probably, you know, in New York, period. You know what I'm saying? It was balanced. In most of the world, it's not like that for the kids. You know, if your parent ain't teaching you to be a teacher, you're not going to become a teacher. If your parent wasn't a teacher, you're not going to see becoming a teacher. You know, so that plays a part in it, I believe, as well.
Yeah, I mean, I believe in passion and love for whatever you do. If you're lucky enough to be able to, you know, generate some cheddar out of something you really care about,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you know, you're lucky. You know what I'm saying? A
Right.
lot of people wake up to do their 9 to 5, and they're really just staring at that clock all day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you got a job where you're not staring at that clock all day, you're blessed.
Right. It comes with some backing. Someone came to you that was wise and caring and compassionate and gave you something to change your mentality, which changed your trajectory. You know what I'm saying? I'd see. I had my pops. My pops, he like worked for himself, but he didn't start a business like typical males. You know what I'm saying? Typical males back in the days, like a hustle. But he taught me the value of hard work. So when I go to
Right.
work, I just be like, let me fill my time up. Let me talk and hustle for my money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But let me get a fulfilling day. You know what I'm saying? Go home
Yeah.
and relax and feel fulfilled because I did my day's labor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was something
let
that.
me tell you this too. It has to do with mind over matter also. Let's say when you go to job, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna make the best out of this. I'm gonna keep it pleasant, even though I know I'd rather be somewhere else or something like that.
Right.
You could make it a positive thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's being
That's
optimistic. That's like having, okay, I don't want to be here, but it's making me money. Let me make the best of it. You got to tell
yeah,
yourself that.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
got to
That's
tell
it.
if you don't have
yeah,
if you don't have an inner dialogue with yourself, you just somehow that inner dialogue be complaining like a motherfucker.
yeah.
And
Yeah, and I'm
you
gonna tell
won't
you
want to
something.
speak it. Yeah.
It keeps you from being lazy.
Yep.
It it helps you socialize.
Right.
Yep.
I don't want to be in my house all day like a fucking couch potato.
Mm-hmm. I learned like when I over the years, like when I'm chilling and it's the weekend or I get a whole week vacation and I don't want to do nothing, I'll be drinking and smoking and eating. I'll be dehydrated. You know what I'm saying? What is water? You know what I'm saying? I go back to work
Yeah.
and realize there's water there. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? When you
You
chill,
know what
when
it
you
is too? I love my house too much.
yeah, me too.
If I don't make myself go outside, I catch myself staying inside a week straight. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
it's because I like to just stay on eBay and look at cards and
Mm.
play my little video
Yeah,
game
man.
and
I
web
became
browse.
a house cat years ago. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I
I
did,
love
I
being
did
in the house, and I got a
I did
twin
a lot of
brother. I
shit
love being
early.
by. Ah,
I did a
shit.
lot of shit early. So hanging out outside with the fellas, it don't impress me. And
That's
I'm too
true
old for
too.
that anyway. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's true too. Yeah, when you've been out there and you did a lot, it's like, I just want to chill. Y'all want to chill? Nah, we want to do this. All
Yeah,
right,
and
I'm good.
I
I'm
be with my
good.
wife most of the time. I've been with my lady 22 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Me, I'm 20 years with my lady, 19 years. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
when you got a
saying?
lady, you don't really need a ton of hanging out with with your. I still like hanging out with my homies and shit, but I'm just saying like my lady is my main homie, so
Right. That's what's curving you from doing what how you've been doing.
and
yeah,
Now you're
and
doing it
the
different because
children
you got a
and the
lady.
children when you
and
got
my
a
Right.
son,
family
yeah,
and when you got
Right.
a family you
my
can't be
son,
out there
Right.
looking a certain way because
That's that
or you
shit when
can't
you
get
say that
jammed up.
you make me a better man.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Yeah.
my son counts on me a
Right.
lot.
You make me a better man. You make me make wise decisions.
Yeah,
Got to be there for.
You know?
when I had my son, you know what I'm saying? My son is 16 now, my daughter is 15, and I got a
Right.
28-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
You know, when I had my son, I was like, yo, I'm going to show him, I'm going to teach him the knowledge that I went through. The thing is, it's pay grades to this. I
Right.
can't just tell him my reality as I see it now. I
Mm-hmm.
have to go through his phases of growth. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right,
like,
right.
you know, if all I knew was teaching my son to be strong and just box, 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 he might end up making mistakes and knocking kids out. So he don't
Right.
know how to balance his feelings and emotion and learn that it's just sparring. I know this kid bullied you, you know, but you could have taken it this way rather than, you know what I'm saying? So with
Right.
my son, I deal with him in pay grades, but I tell him this is a real world. He's at 16 now. So we already talked about pussy and all of that. Then you
Yeah.
want to smoke a blunt? You want to smoke a blunt? Here, take a
Yeah.
sip of this. You know what I'm saying? I might get you some pussy when you 18. You know what I'm saying? We done talked
Yeah.
about these things exuding masculinity, but I also tell them how to deal with a woman because you're not going to find many women like the one you want to be with. You know, but that
Yeah.
just comes with being a father. But like I said, it be pay grades. You can't tell them everything at once, especially the way this world is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But if I don't say nothing to my son, these niggas will want to end up being homo. You know what I'm saying? Pause. I mean, let me take that back. They may stray into things
I
that
know what you
we
mean, my
won't
G.
think
I know what you mean.
is morally sound. I just wanted to recorrect the way I
Yeah, I
said
know
that.
what
I
you
don't want
mean.
to offend anybody.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right. I know what you mean.
But
But let me ask you a question. When it comes to being gay, you think there's choice involved, or you think they're born like that?
I think it's both, especially
I agree.
nowadays. I think it's both nowadays.
Mhm.
Back when we was little, no, it was a
Let
choice.
me ask you a question. All right.
Yeah,
Now, you look at a female. Let's say, I wasn't with my lady. Let's say I was single. I had the right to look at any chick I wanted or whatever. Let's say, there's a girl. She's super hot, and she's like, makes your blood boil or whatever, right?
Mhm.
I don't see any sense in some guy turning around and just wanting to fuck with it, something. Because I'm gonna tell you something. This is not disrespect to anybody that's gay, but a straight man, when he sees two guys kissing, he's gonna be grossed out.
I agree.
So
I
yeah.
what
agree.
I'm telling
I cringe.
guys,
I learned. I taught myself how to cringe
wait,
on
so
the
but check it out,
inside.
real quick. So, but what I'm saying is that if a guy sees a fox and that's what gets him excited, why the fuck would he choose to do something that makes him want to vomit, like kiss another man?
My
I don't
G,
understand.
I ain't got it. And then you gotta look at it like this. This niggas out there fucking snakes. You know what I mean? So
I mean, I don't sleep on a dude doing some weirdo
I mean,
shit and choosing
right,
to do
I
it.
say
right.
it's the yin yang, right? To keep it 100, like there's nothing new under the sun. We're controlled to think that there's a good and an evil. There's an in between all of that. What a person thinks is saying in their mind and how they carry it out. That's just the way that they was
All
made.
right,
I mean, I guess
let me ask you a
genetically,
question
correct.
then. Do you think a larger percentage are born like that?
Now, nowadays, yes.
Because of examples, because like I would say, like if you had let's say you got raped or something, right? I believe like genetically that trauma passes down. It
Yeah, like a
alters
pit
your
bull, like a
No, but
pit
I
genetics.
bull.
It alters your genetics.
believe child molestation and raping can alter the situation. That I do
Right.
believe.
Genetically. So it's that case. And then there's the case of seeing it, knowing that, well, knowing that you like it as a child. I want to wear dresses and stuff like that. That looks cute. And no one is correcting said behavior as
That's
a
learned.
boy.
That's learned behavior. That's
Right.
not natural. That's learned.
Right.
That's learned behavior.
So you can be born with it, but you can also, adopt it later on. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Let's say like homosexuality wasn't a black thing, but pedophiles in the black family, crazy, insane people in the black family was just like any other culture. Homosexuality became a major product through incarceration.
But
Mass incarceration of our people. So our template is different when it comes to the explanation of homosexuality in
Yeah, yo,
itself.
listen, I keep an open mind too. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of it all, it's good to theorize with people.
Right.
Yeah.
My
I
mind.
wouldn't mind talking to a person that was gay or anything like that. I've spoken to people like that, but it's like a team. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I'm with the straight team. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
boo, I don't
yeah.
like that. Your dance moves are ugly. You know
Well,
what I'm
like I
saying?
said,
Like,
like
you
I
know,
said,
like,
let me tell you something. Listen, if a gay person wants respect, right, then they gotta also respect that a straight man is gonna have a natural reaction to certain things.
They already know that. That's what it's called, keeping it in the closet and all that.
Yeah.
They
cause
know
But
that.
I'm just saying, like you know, I'm gonna tell you something. Let's say there's a gay guy out there.
That's part of the terms. That's
Listen,
part of
listen,
the terms.
listen. Let's say there's a gay guy out there, right? But he's a good person.
Yeah.
He's not gonna really care that a dude has a natural reaction. You understand what I'm saying? But if he's a slime ball, he's not gonna give a shit what the other guy cares about or thinks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if let's say there's a guy out there that's gay and he's a real nigga, he's not gonna care that a guy gets grossed out when he sees another man kiss another man because he's gonna know that's natural.
that's what's to be expected. So I get it. I get it. I'm gonna mute it
You
real
know, I'm
quick.
just saying what's right. I'm not saying that they live by that. I'm just saying, you know, if you want respect, you got to give respect. You can't be mad at me because I have a natural reaction. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So look, boom, boom. Watch this. With animals, right? You rarely see that within an animal kingdom, right? And if you
Right.
see it, that means something's wrong. Am I right or wrong?
Or like I mean
You won't
I don't
see
care.
a male fuck another male species, right? And
Yeah, I
if
don't
if you do, something is wrong, right?
and when you watch National Geographic, you don't
Yeah,
see that shit.
right. They know what to do. They're not taught that. None of that. So that's what
Right,
I'm saying. A lot of that shit is not natural. It's learned behavior. But
right,
then
right, right.
what we said about it getting passed down, it can get passed down as well. I'm
Yeah.
no
Yeah,
scientist.
like you said though, like you said, listen, at the end of it all, you said that you believe it's choice, but you also said you believe it could be like a wire cross type
Right,
thing.
right. There you
Right.
go. There
So
you
at the
go.
end of it all, you know that in certain situations it's not about choice.
Right,
Yeah, so,
right.
you know, I'm sure
Yeah,
that's
I
what a
agree.
lot
I
of
agree.
people. Yeah,
It's so many levels that it becomes disrespectful to ask. You
yeah.
know,
Yeah, I
Yo,
think it's
listen,
just,
man.
because
psychology of
look,
things is
I'm
deep,
not trying to
man.
be funny, right? But then you be like, yo, you got a top, a bottom, a dominant, a submissive, all the above, a fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
many
An inner,
categories.
an outer.
Yeah.
It
Yo,
could be they,
And if you
them,
come
or
across
us, and
wrong,
all.
they
You know,
they just you disrespecting them by
it's growing.
default.
It's growing wings. You know, let's not forget we live in a Greco-Roman society.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is the natural way of the said people. See, this is what we talking about
Like back in
genetics,
the
right?
day,
Remember
like
we was talking
I know what
about,
you're saying.
yeah.
This how it was.
If
This
if
how
if
it was.
if we're talking about homosexuality, right?
Yep. It was real terrible.
With our people, it's a product of one's culture imposing itself on another. You know what I'm saying? We
right.
live
Right.
in a Greco-Roman society. That's why, homosexuality is normal for Europeans. I should say Romans and Grecians, because that was a part of their history. There was a long-standing history
That's
that was their
that's where
behavior
fun boys come from.
consistently. They was
Fun boys
raising
come from there.
children and breeding in that
Yep.
capacity. So our
Fun
evolution
boy.
is based on all of those things. We're a product of Eurocentric culture. Everything that we do is Eurocentric. When we deal with squares and triangles, we should be dealing with circles and spheres. You know, but that comes with understanding of what type of whatever comes down to you, and you want to exist that way. But it all comes with peace and loving the earth and loving one another, because one
Right.
person can never do it alone. You can have your little existence in the world hidden off somewhere, but that will never exist in a civilization and survive. Those are people that
Right.
retreat. But if you retreating alone, what are you creating to come back to? You know what I'm saying? To
Right.
create consistent civilization.
You see how it's so fucked up that we even if we choose to live cultural, we can't do it. Like we're gonna need government and shit like that and all that other stupid shit.
Yeah, I think
Meanwhile,
it's
meanwhile, you got tribes that existed since, you know what I mean, forever.
Let me
we're a
ask you a
tribe.
question.
We're a tribe that's
Let me ask you
existing.
guys a
We're a tribe
question.
that's existing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think culture contributes to racism?
Nope. Nope. Because it was feasible.
That's a good one.
I learned from your
Well, not
your
even
crib.
hold on. Let me
I
let
would
me
say no
rephrase that
too.
real
I would
quick.
say no too.
Not even to that. No, hold on. But not even that culture contributes to racism.
Uh
That a person will use it to rationalize racism.
they use the culture as the cover up.
Yes, that a person will a
Nah, I would
person
say
will.
no with that
Yeah,
too.
because they
Because
just don't know no better. They
the
don't know no better.
the problem in America is, if you want to talk about culture, you can't use words like black and white.
Right.
You
Like
got to
Right.
use where
see, like
motherfuckers' flags is from, where your
you
flag from,
you
your
move on the
original
block
flag.
and your homeboy Muhammad, his mom come bring you a fucking a woodpecker pie or something cultural that they make to
Right.
greet you to the block. I had that several times. You
That's
know
a
what I
blessing.
mean? I had that several times, and
Right.
That's a
and that was
blessing.
cultural to me because that was, you know, different foods I never had and a different type of love.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's love. You know?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
How
That's so
I'm not
it's
talking
not
about
culture.
food and
It's
all
not
that shit.
culture.
Right.
I'm talking about like I'm talking about like there was a movie where the girl got stoned because she cheated on her husband.
Yeah.
Like
They
That's
can't
his
blame.
they
You
Lord.
dug
can't speak on
listen
racism in
listen
that.
real quick.
There's no racism in
They
that.
dug listen to me real quick.
Yeah.
She cheated on her husband, right? And they dug a hole and she was buried to her waist deep, and the town started to hit her with rocks to
The
the
whole
point
town.
of almost death.
The
They
whole
do
town.
that today, though. They do that today.
But I'm just saying, if that's like if they blame that on culture, to me it's bullshit.
Hmm.
You gotta
No, I
remember, like,
mean
all right, say for instance,
that's traditions. Those are
right,
traditions.
that right. There you go. There you go. Knock on wood. There you go.
Right,
That's
right,
their
right.
form of punishment as throughout the
Right. We
traditions.
didn't need no vice presidents and all that. It was laws of the land. It's all
Right,
I
right,
about
right.
the law.
tell you, America's insane, right? Because what's the main punishment in America for Americans in its history? That's a deep question. In its history, what was the main punishment for someone?
Well, like, what do you mean, like the electric chair, lethal injection,
Yeah,
and all that
those
shit,
things. Yeah,
like firing squad and all that?
yeah. What was
They
What,
the
did
hanging?
fire
number
squad
one? What
Hanging,
was the
hanging,
original? Hanging.
hanging.
You know what I'm saying? Why
Hmm.
the fuck? You know what I'm saying? They caught Saddam Hussein in a hole and they hung that motherfucker. You know, certain
Yeah.
people, that's a cultural tradition
Yo,
through war.
hanging is pretty fucking savage too.
or getting
You know what's
decapitated.
savage?
Get your head cut off.
Decapitation is better than a hanging. You know what I'm saying? Just cut it off. Don't let the executioner be weak that day and he got to chop again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo,
you
and
know, but
I remember when around the time of like Kazaa and and fucking like after Napster though, like Kazaa, and then right before the torrents came out. But
Live,
they
you talk.
they used to have the videos of the dudes getting their shit chopped off.
Yo, you remember Faces of Death? That was before that. Remember
I
Faces of Death? You
remember
could go
they
watch the
ate the
videos
monkey
and shit.
brains, but they used to say some of it was fake.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to tell you. A lot of that shit is like what niggas do now, skits and all that.
Nah.
A
Well,
lot of it, a lot
Some
of
of it
it.
was
they
fake.
probably
Some of it was
could have
real
added
fake.
elements in it.
Listen. The first 2 volumes,
Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yes.
After that, it started looking sketchy.
Right. Then it started.
I'm only talking about the first one. The first
Yeah.
one was real. When the nigga, remember when they was in Africa? Now, once again, we talking about traditions. A
When they ate the
person
nigga
gave
heart, when
himself.
they eating the hearts and shit.
Yeah, the
Right.
person gave himself up as a sacrifice, and they cut that man's chest open and took his heart out.
Yeah.
Now, you know, we talking about culture, right? That's a tradition. That person was a willing vessel sacrificing himself,
you'll feel like
literally.
you got honor to do that, nigga. Like,
Absolutely.
yes, my nigga gonna go to the wall.
See,
You know what I mean?
everything was taken and twisted and perverted into a sense like there's some moral character to it. It's nothing moral about it. It's intertwined with the spiritual connection. It has nothing to do with what's social, what's opinions. This is what their culture is. Americans will talk about what's savage, but we do any and everything. Like, what is savage? You know what I'm saying? We are a product of all cultures, and you can come here, get a swanky spot, and do all your dirt behind the scenes.
Yeah, I don't fuck with no governments. I'm gonna tell you something. This is real shit, and I got family members and loved ones that are cops.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't fuck with no law enforcement, no prosecutors, no motherfucking correctional officers, no prosecuting attorneys, no motherfucking politicians. I'm non-systematic.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my style.
You don't follow the state. You don't follow the state.
I'm all about freedom. Period. 100%.
The state is false and it's out of line. It's been out of line and out of pocket, assuming to be, but not in fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
hell yeah.
We
I believe in freedom 100%. If a man wants to wake up and do whatever he wants to do, I believe that's his right. I don't, when I see a person like using that as an excuse to be lazy and to be on some bum shit, that's a different story. And I'm gonna say
created to be that way.
Well, brother, check this out too. There's mental health issue things going on a big time in this world. You know what I mean?
Right. We needed therapy since slavery. So
hell yeah.
The whole concept
missing for a long time.
Mm-hmm. And the slave masters needed therapy too.
And true health care. That don't mean fucking
if they wanted it.
That don't mean do like one floor over a cuckoo's nest and fucking lobotomize people and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about real mental health help.
Right.
The problem is that they're not going to invest in that. There's layers to our control. There's layers to that they want us to be presented. So if you oversaturate us with our own people with no connection and be policed consistently, that's just the mice effect. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody helping to relieve the situation. You see what happens to the funding and things that's done. They go to minority groups, and it doesn't go to the actual source of the problem. Minority groups, for the majority, has community group economics, and they fund from the old land to the new land, so they don't need those incentives. The actual Black individuals need those incentives of that money flowing through. But because we are the true people, it's not going to be that way. You know what I'm saying? We are the reason. We are the reason that America stands to be this way. It's old debt that doesn't want to be paid. That's why
it has to do with integrity. It has to do with integrity.
You know what I'm saying?
It has to do with you being able to be granted power and not abuse it.
Because this is my house, right? I ain't paid it off, but shit hit the fan. You talking about some eminent domain? I'm gonna sound like an old white boy from the 1930s. out of my cold, dead hands. You know what I'm saying? You gonna pry my gun out of
Right.
my cold, dead hands. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hell
Like,
yeah.
how you gonna tell me
I
that?
respect
Because
that.
all wars are facades. We know for the last, since I've been alive, I've seen that wars. My father was in the Vietnam War. You know what I'm saying? Like, for what? We see that it's a
Right, right,
money
right.
grab. We a big game. You know what I'm saying? I respect my
Hell
people
yeah.
because not everybody is deep. And I would have went into the military. I would have been a police officer. But if I can't police my own community, what is it for? Why I
Right,
gotta
right.
go somewhere far and I live in this area? They know I'm police here and I want this to be the best. But see, everything is moved in a way of control. That's why it seems impossible. But all you gotta do
Yeah,
is just get your own space, get your own land, get your like-minded people, and y'all just go there and work out your
yeah.
strategies
Yo,
there.
and I want to backtrack a little too. When I said I don't mess with first of all, when it comes to a whole anything, I don't think there's only bad and nothing. So like when I said I don't mess with cops, I don't. That's not true. I mess with good
Right.
cops. I mess
Because
with
you
good
said
I mess
that
with
you
good
got cops in your
prosecutors.
family,
I
so
mess with
you
good judges.
right.
But like pure to heart, real
See,
ones.
do you think they're naive or they're fighting against the evils? Because I believe they
I
would
think they're
be.
outnumbered so badly that they're
I agree.
scared to
I
stand up
agree.
sometimes.
I agree. You talking about the blue wall of silence? You think that's only in policing and not in all forms of government? Everything's been compromised.
I
I'll
think a
show you
certain
this
kind of
video.
person monopolized the government.
I'll show you this video, bro, of this guy. He was giving a speech and he spoke about all the people that are in certain positions of power within our government and what their nationality or so-called nationality was. That's all I'm going to
Right,
say.
right.
And it was astonishing to know that it was primarily one nationality. That's how America, the government, got usurped by other people because they collectively did it in silence. So everybody act like they're competing with one another, but they are in solidarity. That's
Right.
that's the secret. That's the secret right there. And
Oh
we're
yeah.
not looking at it like that. So we're just falling victim to the billions of dollars that they spend a month or a day to keep us entertained with programming that suggests that we follow into the next generation.
Right. Like like in The Irishman,
Mm-hmm.
Al Pacino, he goes solidarity,
But see,
solidarity.
Irish is different from Italian. You know, Irish didn't get that. They didn't get popping like the Italians was. You know, there's certain bloodlines that's involved with how people could move and take old money and come over here back in the days and build shit. People be connected, but they're doing it through families. They're doing it through their families, and you can't mess with this. Now it's like they getting smaller and smaller. All those people are dying off, and their young people is fucking off the money.
Right.
So everything is going to
They're
balance
not making
itself
that
out.
money spin around, so the next great grandkids can live off of it.
Everything is going to balance
They're not
itself
doing
out. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of life. See, I talk about things and I like to build and learn things, but it's not a scary world out there. You know how to stay away from stuff. You know what I'm
it.
saying? But the world to have you thinking everywhere you go is crazy violence and this and that. Man, a lot of that is fabricated and manufactured. I look out my window. I mean, my neighbors will tell me what's going on within my radius. That's all that
No,
really matters.
they're rare occurrences. You got to win a bad lotto. That's like winning the unlucky lotto.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. The unlucky lotto. That's a good way of saying it. I won the unlucky lotto. I
Yeah.
can't cash in on it neither.
Nah,
I done,
man.
well,
Yeah.
cashed out. I cashed out on the
Yeah, because
niggas
I watch a
cashed
lot
out
of
on the
these
unlucky lotto. That's what it'll say. Niggas cashed out on the unlucky lotto. Watch niggas
because I be
take
watching
that.
a
Go
lot
ahead,
of
Preme.
these.
Put that up there. You can snatch that. Niggas cash out on the unlucky lotto.
All right.
Yeah.
Cause I got notes,
Yeah,
man.
I
I
gotta
got
coin that
notes.
phrase.
Yeah, that's what I said though. You know what I'm
Make
saying?
that shit on
Before that shit end up on somebody else's shit. Like,
Yeah, make
yo.
that shit your hashtag.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's quite a few unlucky lottos, you know. Shit. You
It's
know,
just
they
random,
say
like especially
traveling.
with. Mm-hmm. Go
Well,
ahead,
I was gonna say they say traveling in a car is safer than an airplane. I mean, traveling
Mm-hmm.
than an airplane is safer than traveling in a car, rather.
Based on the numbers,
Man,
yeah.
that's the unlucky lotto. You definitely don't want to fucking hit. We're going
I think a lot of people
down.
don't even deserve to be. I don't think a lot of people deserve to be on the fucking road. But if they give you a license, they give you insurance. So that's a
Oh
way
yeah,
that
yeah.
they can
A lot of
capitalize off
people
of
do
it.
this.
They're not worried about
But
the collateral damage.
it's still a big percentage of people that are driving that don't have licenses, that don't
Yeah, I
be,
agree
Mm-hmm.
you
though.
know what I
There's
mean?
a lot of people that should be on the
I
road.
mean, I would say in the city, yeah, in the city, definitely. See,
Well,
but
it's
that's
big
all of
business
the
too. You know they
numbers.
want to
That's the
give out
law
as
of the
many
You
numbers.
drivers.
got you got some elderly that's still driving that think they could, you know what I mean? And they
Mm-hmm.
can't.
It's
Yeah.
big business. They want to give out as many licenses as they can.
Yeah.
Yo, they drive
Somebody have
terrible
an
out here,
accident, all
bro.
that shit. Everybody get paid.
They
Everybody
they
get paid.
drive terrible
Yo,
out here, bro.
fellas, I gotta get off.
No
You
doubt.
Yo,
Good
already
hollering at you,
son,
bro.
yeah.
son make every time he come through, he make me hungry. So I'm trying to figure.
Yo, check it out though. Yo, it was good meeting you, man.
Yeah,
Bro,
Well, I was
likewise,
gonna
we
say,
man. We
gonna
gotta
do
chop
UP
it
on the
up some more.
regular.
You already
yeah,
know.
we're gonna
Word
be
up.
doing this more often. You already know how we been spoke.
Yeah, no
I'm gonna
doubt, no doubt.
try to make it a thing. I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow.
All right, bro, just hit the phone up. It's all right. You know
All
what
right,
it is.
one.
I love you, my
Y'all
G.
guys be easy.
All
Peace,
right.
peace.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, good brother, man. Good brother.
Yeah, I knew him since I was like 4 years old.
Mm-hmm. Nah, that's what's
Word.
up. I gotta get my peoples on here.
Yeah,
Try and tap in with my man Lee. You know, the guards build. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He a surgical tech, but he's straight New York everywhere he go. And
No doubt.
he deal with, you know, how people view him. He's like 90s New York. He like the baggy sweats, you know what I'm saying? And you know, straight New York, straight New York.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've known him shit since like almost single digits. You know what I mean? We wound up living together in Maryland, met up in Maryland. Was like, yo, I need you got a car. Tired of taking the metro, my nigga. You know, but
I'm still in touch with a lot of my friends that I knew before I had like double digits in my age.
mm-hmm.
Like niggas I went to kindergarten with and all that. That's what's
That's a good thing,
good
man.
about this shit. No, yeah.
I
I
mean,
cherish shit like that, you know. So
mm-hmm. And it's like
like I
you
said,
can go around and be anywhere, but they
yeah,
still
all
your
that shit,
friends.
man. All that shit
Yeah,
is beautiful, man.
yeah. It ain't like no small town joint
Yeah.
where
A lot,
everybody knows each other.
a lot of them all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Like how you out there, like that type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Niggas is
at
family
some point,
men.
everybody end up, you
Yeah,
know, leaving New York if you don't got a crib. Like if you don't got a house or you're not
yeah.
in the business of getting one, you eventually leave, man, because it's not what it
They
was.
they they think they miss it, not knowing it ain't that no more.
Yeah,
It'll never be that.
the only thing I miss to keep it 100 is really the food and the clothes.
Whatever you miss is not
Mm-hmm.
that no more.
Mm-hmm.
You're
I know
missing,
I
you know
can
what I
go
mean?
to an Indian spot. I know you still can get a shish kebab. I'll go to one of them food stands and get a shish kebab with the
Yeah,
bread that they
you know,
toast.
shit like that, but ain't nothing the same. Everything
Yeah,
it's like a flow of evolution
yeah.
throughout the hood and shit.
My man told me they gave me a walkthrough, walk down the block. You know what I'm saying? Walk down and show me everything in the car. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
remember this used to be here? Nah, like everything is gone. Everything has changed. I
I'm,
mean,
I'm,
that's
I'm I'm in Morrissey and I could see people jogging, nigga.
mm-hmm.
White people like they look like they belong in Seinfeld building.
Because
You
they
know
know
what I
them
mean?
cameras
Friends
is
and
up there.
shit.
They trying to just that's
Like an
just what
episode of
happens.
Friends. You know what I mean?
A lot of them be it's just foreign. It's foreign. This is old money, and they got enough money to bring their people over. They go in school. They're working in their families' industries. Because we're not even just talking about Europeans. A lot of them white people are not your typical British, the ones that control us
Right.
in a sense.
Yeah, you know I know something. Yeah.
Yeah, they be those foreign, but they look white. And they over here with an education, they done did deals amongst their people. America looks like a good spot,
Yeah.
but
The
it
ones
ain't nothing
that's
without us
fucking it
being
up and
there.
all that, like the ones that's fucking it up and all that, that's not them. They're not the powers that beat.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They're
That's who I got beat with.
they're considered in the minority group when they
Yeah,
move here to
they
get
right along with
assistance.
us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they get assistance when they move here. And there's no
Yeah,
shade to that because we've been here all our lives. If you come in here with good cultural ways trying to get a better living, I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying? Shit. This land, I believe, is mine. I believe as an Aboriginal, I believe this land is mine. But this land was also for everyone to come here. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
yeah,
That's why you see Mexicans was over there, blacks was everywhere, dark, light, whatever.
yeah,
In the old times, it was still that way. People travel collectively because they're dealing with the old world, not just Moroccan, but you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
Ethiopian, Egyptian. They was here and they're doing business with the Asians and with all cultures within America. But
yeah,
people don't know that. So it's all about what you can sustain. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You don't see no Asian people popping out there in LA. It's hot as a motherfucker, and that sun be beaming on them. But the Mexicans can because they brown people.
That shit is damn near Mexico, man.
Yeah, North,
That's
South
culture out
America,
there. They
all of those
cultural out
things.
there, boy.
Because those, I don't want to say it the wrong
It's
way,
good
but
for the
it's all
culture.
through cultural, invasion that creates certain breeds of people. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That become mixed. That's where
yeah,
like Africans and things, Europeans and
yeah,
Spaniards and Portuguese over time intermingling and breeding out these people create a new people. You know what I'm saying? But they are still the spirit of Africans. You know what I mean? Because they work hard.
yeah,
And it's like Mexicans are the ancient culture that we should aspire to be, but we can't be that way because we lost our tribes. They were created to be themselves. So they are a number of people.
yeah.
Now, Mexicans, Ecuadorians, Filipinos, they know the difference between one another. And they'll deal with that culture accordingly. You chill with your people. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no shade in
Yeah.
that, but we don't know who we identify with. So when we talk about the black culture, we got to hold everybody responsible. And a lot of people, I keep it 100. I think I said it before. Like, back in the 90s in the crack epidemic, it was a lot of immigrants that was coming over here doing crimes. And because they looked like us, because we had no nationality to claim collectively, they made us look worse and worse. You know what I'm saying?
Because it was a lot of shooters was coming over here.
Yeah. You know what I'm
You know what I mean?
saying?
Niggas just sent for their cousin that's speaking no English.
And
He come
they'll
pop
get
music
over here,
and go
yep,
right back.
because they have no identity. They get caught.
Yeah,
Oh, you have no. Where you from? Where you from? They got money to bring people back to where they belong after committing a crime. That
yeah,
tells you something about nationalism, man. Like
yeah.
we have no nationality, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing that I worry about. I just like to talk about it so people can understand this as a collective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been doing this shit since I was 19 years old, reading these books and stuff. I'm like, I see Alex Jones now, and I'm looking at him like, yeah, man, you got old, bro. I remember when you had heart about this. You was really sending a message. You know what I'm saying? And but what we can do is just mentor the youth, man. By talking like this, they see men talking. This will help them because men like drinks.
I gotta start fucking eating before I get on this shit, man.
Huh?
The fuck I gotta start doing.
What you say? I
Start
hear
having a fucking muffin or something like something, nigga.
Oh, food?
Fucking Cornish skin. Something though. Nah, I'm gonna get something to eat.
Yeah, bro. I mean, if you need to go ahead and do that, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you can eat on the camera. It's your shit. You know what I mean? Shit.
I'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm. I just do it. I just love the grill. I love the smell of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My wife and I, we host and stuff. Like, we don't charge. I had these people come over when we had a little pool party or whatever. It was like, yo, we could use this space to do blah, blah, and this and that. And I was like, yeah, we can. You know what I'm saying? And I believe in that, right? And my shorty always think like, this ain't right. She wants it to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? And to me, this shit is beautiful. I helped put it together. That's her eyes and color. I did the lifting, cutting, and screwing. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, I want to do it. Once I get my LLC popping, that's what I'm working on now. This is going to become all of the events that I'm trying to hold. But it takes somebody coming, you know what I'm saying, and they seeing what you see too. He said it to my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we're going to do business together because they like party promoters, him and his wife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Yeah, just trying to make shit happen,
Yeah, that'd be a nice little business, you know what I mean?
Right. It's just bringing in some income because we already host for family.
Right.
I get
nice
on this grill and get busy. We do it for family.
Yeah.
I just don't like having nondescript people there. That'd be my biggest concern. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to pay nobody to be security. But like, yo, you want some jerk chicken? Tell my friend, you want some jerk chicken, nigga? Like, yo, just put on this shirt. Ain't nothing gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? Just watch and make sure. You know what I mean? Like how foreigners do. These don't be really, really what they be. Everything is padded. I'm not saying that like in a negative way because I got
like security guards. Having to walk around and mingle and shit. He ain't got to stand there like a security guard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Put on a shirt and call it peacemaker, not security.
Yeah.
Peacekeeper.
Peacekeeper. You know what I mean? Mingle, kissing babies, say hi to the neighbors, shit like that.
Yeah. Because when you throw in a pool party, there's a lot of things that can go wrong.
That sets the tone for the food. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're like, oh, this is good. If I feel good here, they'll enjoy the food.
Right. That's
how
it's like a barbecue, authentic. It's like
you get a couple little bullshit tables. You know what I mean? 2 seats each table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put it right there.
It's crazy. We done did all of that, but we did it for free for family. My shorty, she got the vision, so we did a lot of event planning. Not even with this house, just with whatever we was doing. We threw something somewhere, ordering product and mass producing them to give them out and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and entertaining guests, that's
get that LLC shit, my G. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my man is pushing.
Yeah.
I be saying, why not? It's only one. They be like, it's only 150. Go ahead and do it.
Made, you know what I mean? Get an apron.
I already
fucking
got one.
I already got a matching knitting.
Shorty gave me one. Shorty bought me one for Father's Day. That shit's still in the bag. That shit's still in the bag. I ain't even wear it yet.
See, that's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
I got a cutting board. But just stuff to bring revenue.
Big,
you know what I mean? Yeah, just stuff to bring revenue. You know how it go, bro. Like whatever you love to do, now
Yeah.
you just got to put a few cameras on it and record yourself.
Right.
You have to do it in a way that's relating, but go back and then edit your stuff. Do it all yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
I try to tell my kids, I said, when I create this LLC, man, I want to give y'all jobs. I tell you the time, I want you to follow me around. Just record me so I can learn their angles and stuff, how they want to do it.
Yeah.
Because we get older, you know what I'm saying? Want to find some way to get bread. And this shit, like, what we doing right now.
Without you even teaching them. You know what I mean?
Right. And we doing it right now. You motivate me by having the podcast and stuff, like building with, the God's friends and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, this is authentic. This is authentic. We gotta, you know what I'm saying, kind of take it somewhere. If I get set up and then we chop it up together, talk about like, music, boards, old stuff, topics. You know what I mean?
Shit, yeah.
It's like everybody wants to do it, but not everybody's authentic.
Right.
Get some merch together.
That matters. Yeah, that matters. That matters. Authenticity.
That's key, man. That's key. I don't want $100 million. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want $100 million. I don't need that much money, because whatever I can create and can be sustainable for the next 50 years, and that don't take $100 million.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I like what Boozy is doing. You know what I'm saying? Boozy, he's been in the industry. He knows how it's going. But I like what he's doing. He's creating what they call a compound that us black folks used to have back in the days. You know what I'm saying? We used to have compounds where our families would live on the land, and they'll have houses on the land and have the farm, and then the aunts, uncles, the children, all of them roles, tasks, grandma, grandpa. We used to have those things. Nobody would know that. They think if you ask a person today what they think about things, they only gonna go from the perspective of now, or the perspective of slavery. No perspective of freedom, greatness, communities, large communities, movie theaters. They won't come from that perspective because it's not being told. It has to be told. That's what gives you a sense of pride about what you're doing. The confidence to just be an author or be an entertainer, a musician. It comes from somewhere.
You see how a young dude got the pizza shop that was handed down.
Mm-hmm.
And they could tell you mad stories about that oven.
Right.
And that oven is like fucking 200 years old. They family have been using that shit. You know what I mean?
That gives it a heritage.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. That's something that I would want to have. You know what I'm saying? Business and retail and stuff like that. That's what minority groups were good for. Black folks in the mindset being prisoners of war weren't thinking in the capacity of collectively building. We were stripped so bad. That's why therapy is needed. But beyond therapy, it's fellowship in knowing that our cultures are connected. Once you have that, this wouldn't even exist no more. That's why it's so much money that attacks it, in my opinion. Feed my dog. This nigga looking at me. My dog looking like, yo, boss. But those are the things. I mean, that's just the reality. But in our individual lives, we aspire to do better, and that's all we can do. Some people are aspiring to destroy those that's aspiring to do better. That's the problem. Like, mind your business. Why you worried about me for? I don't know you. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Other than that, you know how the world's gonna turn no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Shit, I took break from drinking beer and shit. I said, I'm gonna start saving money. I said, man, I ain't drinking no beer during the week. I just stopped.
Yeah.
I just stopped. You know what I'm saying? My shorty didn't believe it. Like, nigga, you been drinking nonstop for like fucking 10 years.
That's good. That's, you
10
know what I
years.
mean? You can maintain whenever you want to, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I'm just doing it because I see how much money I spend, you know, just
Yeah.
every day spending, you know what I'm saying?
And
And
you killing two birds with one stone. It's healthy as well, you know what I mean? So it's all right.
mm-hmm.
Ain't
Yeah.
nothing wrong. You
I
get good
enjoy
results
I
both ways.
enjoy I enjoy a good buzz. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
I'm not heavy on the alcohol. I don't want to be super drunk.
right.
You know what I mean? I used to try wine and shit, like good wine, that shit fuck you up more. Like
Mhm.
I'm like, you know, I'd rather take this piss water instead. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just fell back because it's just wasting money. I'm idle, I'm
yeah,
chilling, I'm just repetition, just throwing them back. And it's like, for what?
yeah,
Man,
yeah.
let me just do it on the weekend, you know, save me some bread. But bro, if you want to get something to eat or whatever, you know what I
Yeah, I'm
mean?
about to. I just tapped the blunt out just now.
Uh-huh. All right, good chopping it up, bro. I'm on for the night. I'm chilling. You know what I'm
You're
saying? If you
right.
get back on, I'll be on it.
I wish you could FedEx some of that shit.
Nah, this something light. I'm making some jerk chicken. I'm gonna make it tomorrow for fucking Sunday. Let that shit
Yeah,
marinate for
yeah,
a day
yeah,
or
yeah.
so. You know what I mean? But yeah,
I'm,
we
I'm
chop
about to, I'm
it
about to
up, bro.
figure something now. I'm about to figure something out.
I hear that. All right,
Hold up.
brother.
All right, my G. Salute.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's gonna wrap it up. I was just chilling with the homies. You know what I mean? Salute that everybody that tapped in. You know, that was just, feeling the vibe, looking, you know what I mean, observing, seeing what this is about. It's about, a little bit more. It's just that you happen to catch me, you know, as the group title, chopping it up. So um I'm about to find me something to eat, motherfucking a nice movie, probably a classic. Roll up, you know, Rahman. Probably, post a couple of more posts to promote the group. Like I said, the new group is out, full effect. I'm still, tweaking it, customizing it and shit, making it very comfortable for the members and myself. Um, the link to get in the group will be on, videos or pictures that I post. You can go on my wall and see, multiple things. You can also check my bio. There you'll find my YouTube link to my YouTube channel. It's under construction, but you can still go subscribe. It's all gonna make sense. You know what I mean? You can also, at the end of each video I post, you can see my TikTok. You can follow me on there. I follow back. My Instagram can be located as well. I follow back. Please take time out and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I need more subscribers. Feel free to join my groups. You know what I mean? Takeover is still in effect. Don't act stupid. It's still in effect. It's just that I have to work on chopping it up because it's more serious, you know. But we still in the building in the takeover 2.0. You know what I mean? And I'll be on here tomorrow. Fuck a few of the fellas, you know what I mean? See what's new in their life. Probably figure something out and present it to y'all, you know. But right now, I'm about to give me something to eat, mind my business, watch a classic, drink some water, probably do a little bit of texting or some shit, like make some more videos, you know, and call it a night. That's simple. I'm good. Yeah, but I keep saying yeah, but fuck that. That's the way it is. Make sure you go join Chopping It Up with Preme. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know what I mean? It's just Preme. I need new followers too. Follow me on here as well. You know what I mean? Until then, motherfucker, be easy.